Sinn Féin's amendment tonight highlights Israel's brutal assault on the civilian population of Gaza, which has now resulted in the death of over 1,000 children. It also highlights the forced displacement of Palestinians, the cutting off of water, fuel, food and medical supplies, and the destruction of civilian infrastructure. The unjustifiable acts of Hamas occurred against the intensification of the Israeli occupation in Palestine since 2022. From the beginning of this year, 700 people had been killed by Israel. Israel's collective punishment is a war crime and is an expansion of the blockade it has enforced on Gaza since 2007. We need a decisive international intervention. This is the request of this House. It's not in fact, it's our request, it's our demand. We've heard time and time again from apologists, from some former ministers and also from world leaders who know international law and should know better, who envelope themselves in equivocation or standing with Israel, which translates, Israel, you may commit acts of state terror, you may kill thousands of children, and we will look the other way. In this country, we know all about that. The family of Pat Finucane and Rosemary Nelson know what happens when governments look the other way. Irish people identify with Palestinians. We see the parallels. My town is twinned with a Palestinian town, Bet Sahur, in the West Bank. We hear that Israel needs to defend itself, and what does that mean? Now, I don't propose to address the ramblings of Deputy Phelan, except to say that I did note that he walked out in the middle of Joe Flaherty's excellent speech. But in relation to what he said about self-defence, I think he should have a look at the proportionality element of it and have a close look as to what self-defence actually means. Because the history of Israel's self-defence has been to kill 3 times as many Palestinians. Revenge is not self-defence. Bombing UN-sponsored schools and hospitals is not self-defence. Cutting off water, sanitation and electricity is not self-defence. A just peace requires an end to the illegal occupation and apartheid systems. Just like Ursula von der Leyen promised ironclad solidarity to support peace in Ireland, then there should be ironclad solidarity for the people of Palestine. Similarly, I hope that the President of the United States will not sit back and allow a situation to develop where, as he said, a small country which endured discrimination and a denied opportunity is plunged into famine while world leaders look away. We need, in the interim, to show international leadership by recognising the state of Palestine. And I'll finish with a quote from Sinead O'Connor. How many mothers to cry, how many sons have to die, how many missions left to fly over Palestine? Because as a matter of fact, these are illegal attacks. Bring the soldiers back.